All right, folks, welcome to this 73rd episode of the REBT Advocates with Dr. Michael R. Adelstein of 3minutetherapy.com, where you can find podcasts, blog posts, and his book, 3-Minute Therapy. Buy it. And me, Tommy Bateman, counselor extraordinaire in the Richmond, Virginia area. So today we wanted to bring up some controversy and spice it up a little bit because it's fun. We wanted to talk about microaggressions, safe spaces, and triggering. Oh my. Well, these are things that are on college campuses right now that we're being taught in the social sciences that these are things we need to focus on, that things we need to be careful of. But REBT has an answer to this. Michael, why don't you get us started?
Yeah, thank you, Tommy. Thanks for the introduction. The idea here is that someone's abusive or demeaning, insulting, disrespectful words hurt you emotionally. And as Tommy said, sometimes it's called microaggressions or triggering, and we want to retreat to safe spaces. This is particularly popular, as Tommy said, on college campuses. Calling you retarded or a louse or a spastic hurt you, and I should not do that.
Exactly. So now, this is what we're not saying. We're not saying that these words are good or they're morally neutral or anything like that. We're not saying that microaggressions, as they're commonly taught, don't exist. That's irrelevant. We can have that argument whether or not they exist, microaggressions, or the viability of safe spaces, whether or not that's good or bad or existing, irrelevant to the conversation. We're talking about whether or not these microaggressions or triggers hurt you. Michael.
Right. And some famous people weigh in here. Epictetus said, you upset yourself about situations. The situations can't. Shakespeare said through Hamlet, nothing is bad or good, only thinking makes it so. Gandhi said, nobody can hurt me without my permission. And there's a popular children's chant, which is controversial. Sticks and stones can break my bones, but words can never harm me. And I'd like to add to that, that actually words can harm you, but it's your own words. It's what you tell yourself, which is what Epictetus, Shakespeare, and Gandhi are implying. Your thoughts about yourself or about another person or your world causes your emotional upset, never someone else's words.
Yes, the whole concept of stopping people from, doing these microaggressions in order to, for the emotional health of the receiver of these microaggressions or triggers or all that, is fundamentally flawed in this way. It skips B. It goes from A directly to C. A, I say a mean word. C, that person is triggered. That's not how it works, folks. A, I say a mean word. I did. I say it. I'm a brash person. If you haven't been watching me long enough, I say mean words. B, that person over there that I said a mean word to had the belief that guy should not have said that to me. He is a bad person for saying it. Emotional consequence, anger. There's an alternative here. Michael, what's the alternative?
The alternative is questioning, challenging, and contradicting your conclusion. He's a bad person and he should not have said that. Or I'm no good because he said that about me. I'm no good. Yeah. So looking for the evidence, becoming scientists, asking yourself, what's the evidence? I'm a bad person. The person who tried to insult me is a bad person. And the answer is always, we're always imperfect humans who act imperfectly. As Tommy mentioned, this is imperfect behavior, usually, but it can turn someone into a totally bad person, a louse, or retarded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope that didn't trigger anybody. Anyway,
Tommy, I also wanted to add something to the misconceptions or myths that you had mentioned.
Go ahead.
And another one is we're saying that because you're causing your upset, that means you can stop causing it right now. And that's not what we're saying. We're just talking about the causation. not the solution. The solution normally is doing this 3-minute exercise, A, B, C, D, E, F, that we were just talking about, again and again and again, in writing, in your head, in talking to others. So it takes practice, repetition, and reinforcement to learn to stop hurting yourself emotionally, to learn to give up your musts and shoulds. It's usually not in an instant. Another misconception is that we're talking about other kinds of hurt or harm, like physical harm or financial harm, where we're just talking about emotional harm. Sometimes words can cause financial harm. For example, if the words are, "you're fired," then that causes some harm financially, but you don't have to upset yourself about it. That's our main point.
Yeah. So again, should we, is it a good thing that people are allowed to say, or excuse me, not allowed to say, but that these negative words happen, right? No, I don't like it. I really don't. I wish these negative words aren't targeted of vulnerable people, things like that. I wish it would go away. Safe spaces, well, I mean, it'd be nice to not be around people saying those things. So I get the concept. Hey, I'm going to go over to that place. I'm going to call it a safe space, so I don't have to be around the people that say negative things to me. I get that. Hey, I do the same thing. This room right here is my safe space, if we're going to use that terminology. But if you have to retreat to a safe space in order to be emotionally well, you're making a great mistake, because here's the thing. REBT can make you a mobile safe space. That's the good news. I want to empower you guys that need safe spaces to say, wait a minute, I can move around. I can be around all this stuff and not feel the emotional pain that they're trying to make me feel. I am a mobile safe space. I'm secure. You can do that. Don't let them have power over you.
That's a great idea, Tommy. I like that term. You're a mobile safe space, or a sovereign safe space, because you don't upset yourself about what other people say. Also, Tommy, you mentioned one option is don't be around such people.
Yeah.
Another option, which may seem counterintuitive, is to stay around such people for a while, to practice not upsetting yourself about their words. Their words are just words. They come and go like the breeze, and it's not, their words are not etched in stone, and you don't have to etch them in your brain. So you have a lot of power over how you feel about what other people say, and you're better off not giving them the power to upset you.
Okay. Last point for me is, if it goes beyond the verbal attacks and starts to become physical ones, well, RBT is not going to help you there, besides keeping you calm so you can take the appropriate actions. So again, not endorsing the actions of these negative Nancys, these people that use negative terms, but we can make yourself impregnable to them, and REBT can help you with that. That's all I have to say.
Okay, great. Well, you said a lot, and very profound as well. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and please comment below if you enjoyed it, or if you have questions or disagreements. Give us a like, and please subscribe to the REBT Advocates to stay on the rational side of life.